Thank you for clicking to see our People Vision how-to guides. My name is Alison Pello, People Vision HR, 20 years in business. Anyway, today what we want to talk about is hybrid working and how you can implement that very, very positively within your business. So do you have it already? If not, we're going to show you how to do that. So if you like our videos, please do like and share it. Obviously, please can you subscribe below so we can give you more expert advice as and when you need it. So for many of us, hybrid working is the future. We've been doing it for quite some time and in the working world. It's a system that maintains a central hub such as the office, doesn't have to be, but the office setting, and we're all familiar with that. Whilst it's also allowing for remote working, perhaps you'll be in your home or in a shared workspace somewhere. Now, why would we be doing hybrid working? Why now? Well, had it not been for the COVID-19 and the global pandemic, it's likely that most of us would have never ever even considered hybrid working, or it wasn't really a phrase that we were using. However, the pandemic has led us to this social restriction. It's affecting every aspect of our lives. We have been unable to go into shops or into offices or normal workplaces, and instead we've had to make do with the kitchen table, maybe our bedrooms, the sofa, an outdoor garage or garden. In short, our working life has been completely changed. Maybe our commute to our office, our clothes, everything has changed. Now the same can be said of the working world as a whole, and in response to that and the response to the pandemic, businesses were forced to adapt. Maybe they couldn't afford the rents and rates. Maybe they're doing hot desking. And technologies such as Zoom and Microsoft Teams have maintained productivity. And we continue as businesses as much as we can as normal. Ultimately, they found it was hard, and in some cases it was impossible for people to just work completely at home. But some people have improved their output and higher team morale. Well, why? But some people have flourished, haven't they? They've maybe had more autonomy and they've maybe preferred being in a more informal setting and maybe in the comfort of their home rather than a stuffy professional environment such as an office. In fact, the success of remote working has seen some people, employees even handing their notice in if they can't negotiate contracts moving forward that will allow them hybrid working, which suits their lifestyle. They may want to work from home and in the future, which helps them with their domestic circumstances. But it's not for everyone. You might be wondering why an employee might prefer to be working remotely. You may not understand that at all. You may completely understand it. But it's been very successful, and businesses aren't simply becoming entirely remote. What they want to do is to do partly within an office framework or within the business, and sometimes at home. Many of us have taken to remote working like a fish to water. Many of us have not, and many people have struggled. Remote working does have its drawbacks. So after all, socialisation, motivational problems and communication, it can be really, really difficult. I just could go on. The point is that home working is not for everyone. So how do businesses keep both sides of the camps happy? Both those people who want to do hybrid working and do part-time, and some people who want to always be in the office, and some people who always want to be at home. So we're trying to get the perfect medium that can keep everybody happy. For example, a number of businesses require employees to come into the office. Let's say if you're full-time, that would be a minimum of 2 days a week. So 2/5 of your working time would be in the office, 3/5 could be at a place of your choice. So how do you implement hybrid working? Well, successfully, it can be really troublesome to implement, and not everyone, as we've decided, wants it. So is the future? Probably it is here to stay, and that's what we need to get to grips with and set yourself up with a hybrid working system that works for you, for now and for the future, and for everyone in your organisation. So there's no one way to do this, and every organisation does it differently. They implement hybrid working, and the details of this need to be practical as well. And it's very likely that your organisation won't find something that suits everybody. However, there are a number of areas that should be definitely given significant thought before you go into the hybrid working. So to implement hybrid working, you want to consider the following. I'm in HR, so I would say policy and procedure. Think about communication, management training, definitely technology and equipment. So please consider well-being. That's the last one I wanted to say. As boring as it is, the imperatives have to be considered. Policy and procedures must be in place, as hybrid working is a form of flexible working. Now, you as employers may already have to adapt an existing flexible working policy, so you may not have too much work to do on this, but hybrid working may need your policy may need tweaking. Others may choose to create a policy from scratch that deals specifically with hybrid working. Whichever route you choose to take, of course, People Vision can help you. And there are certain areas that we recommend you address within those policies. So maybe you want to consider which employees are suitable, but more importantly, of course, it's the role and the job title and which is eligible for that. And you might also look at the individuals on a request by request basis. Look at responsibilities of hybrid workers and their managers. So think about what is different in this new way of working and how that relates to your management and the forms of flexible working and how that weaves in together. Review other policies that also interact and overlap with hybrid working. So that may be such as your expenses policy, home working policy, and data protection. So these all need to be considered when you're looking at this. Hybrid working is still a very new concept, and many employees may not be that comfortable, and they may be confused by the specifics and how it will affect their role. Therefore, it's vital that when you're issuing any new policies or statements and updates, that the business checks in with everybody, that they're happy and that people feel supported in this new guidance, and that the information is there for everybody. There are a number of ways that you can do this, so including maybe having an email on your HR portal or HR support, even a dedicated training day to how we're going to work together. So we at People Vision can obviously help you with these, and we will be able to ensure that your teams feel collaborated and communicated with and up to date with understanding these new ways of working and any new policies that are implemented. If you like our videos, please do comment below, and obviously please do definitely subscribe so that we can give you more great content. We work hard on these and we love to have new followers. Effective communication is at the core of successful hybrid working system. It isn't possible without it. Poor communication is the root cause of so many issues that managers and directors have, and it can undermine an otherwise really effective system that's in place. Knowledge gaps and poor information flowing incorrectly and inefficient team working can occur. Exclusion of team members, and it's important that you're definitely communicating with everyone on their working from home days. Hybrid teams need to be focused and recognised that it's the responsibility of everybody to make sure that communication is tip top. Although how teams communicate will depend on the technology that you're using. So, the size of your organisation and and the factors like that can also mean that different communication standards happen. Meetings should be held online, to ensure that it's consistent experience for everybody involved, and allowing for consistent communications. So weekly meetings, avoiding long drawn out meetings. Maybe you can look at how to use chat tools or, MS Teams or Slack and Microsoft chat to work and enable short, fast-paced communications. These are all ways to keep people engaged and chit-chatting, even socialising. Ensure that social opportunities occur to enable team building. Although, not everybody wants to partake in quizzes and whatnot, but managers got to develop different skill sets required for managing remotely. Over the course of the pandemic, this has definitely been a skill that people have had to adapt to. You'll have your own unique challenges in your own team. Some people will love it. Some people will hate it. It's likely to pose more problems for managers than their employees themselves. And you might not be aware of what those problems are until you actually really implement. So therefore, it's critical that businesses provide the necessary development and support that your employees need. So we really hope that you've enjoyed this how-to guide, and it's not limited to just these ideas. You've got to look at how you look at hybrid working as both an individual and as the team level, and make sure that you're helping employees through that initial adjustment back into the workplace, acquiring the skills to enable them to work in multiple workplaces. Communications and performance management is key. As the manager, you've got to make sure that you stick with people and help them as they may be going back into a commuting situation. Aside from all of this, it's important that managers will also need to support their individuals with guidance and dealing with any conflicts that happen and any complex topics such as diversity and inclusion. You must consider that lots of different people have been working from home and they may have different styles of communicating, different home needs, and they will all need support. So please do help people and treat them as individuals. So aside from these steps that People Vision have recommended, there are a number of resources and webinars on our www.pvhr website. So please do check out those. Please do subscribe. Please do like. Please do comment below. We love to have new subscribers, and share this data, to share this content with other people. So we hope that you've enjoyed the how-to guide today on hybrid working. We really thank you for listening. So we hope to see you again on one of our other how-to guides. All the best. My name is Alison Pello from People Vision. Bye-bye.